Hello and welcome to today's video. So this month I've been kind of catching up on ink reviews. Inks I've wanted to review for a while, and I thought what I would do is I'd just sort of like chuck them all together in 1 month and cover a few. And this one is one of those. So this is a Taccia ink, and this is Sabimidori. It's a beautiful, interesting green, really interesting green. One of the most interesting inks I've used in a long time. When I did my viewer voted 3 favorite inks thing, this one got a surprising amount of likes or votes, and it made me rethink about this ink. I've had it, sitting there, and yeah, that's why I've come back to it. And so thank you all. It's very interesting. So this is the box it comes in. It's a nice box. It's got some nice security for the bottle in there. This is the 40ml bottle, nothing fancy, very simple, labeled and all that kind of stuff, so we know what it is, which is great. Glass bottle, good solid bottle. Let's now see the ink. Okay, let's start with this ink here on a coloring card. I like these cards for inks. They show inks off really, really well. So you can see lots of red copper sheen, lots and lots of it. And then we get this beautiful range of greens and bluey greens and teals and things in the ink. It's quite a beautiful ink. Unique almost. Like, it reminds me a little bit of some of those sailor inks from the early ones, like Yamadori, I think it was. But this is absolutely beautiful. And here we have it on Tomoe River paper. This is the old stock Tomoe River paper, so we see how it performs. Now, one thing you will see is that on the coloring card, it's greener than it here is on the Tomoe River. It's much bluer. It's such an interesting ink. It retails for about $35 Australian for the 40ml bottle. So it's not an inexpensive ink, but I think it's a good value, particularly for the quality of ink you're getting. I had this in TWSBI Go medium nib, and you can see even with that on this paper, tons and tons of sheen in the writing. Tons of sheen. It's a lovely saturated ink. Deep colors, rich colors, depth of color, wonderful. A little bit of water resistance, super wet I should say. A little bit of water resistance, you can certainly make it out. So I put water on there, let it sit for a while, then dabbed it up with paper towel, and you can easily make out the detail. You've lost a little bit of the color, but you can easily make out the detail. On the reverse, the only thing that has come through is the swatch here, and you've got like a really vibrant light green yellow coming through, which is cool, but none of the writing. Ghosting, yes, but none of the writing is actually bled through. So it's a good quality ink here. On the lower end student notepad paper, it's that very blue teal again. A little bit of feathering, as you would expect, but you can still see it's quite a wet ink in comparison to some of these other inks. It is quite wet. On the reverse, lots of bleed through, as you would expect. Not fountain pen friendly paper, and also quite a saturated ink. On the office copy paper here, it's a little bit more green. We're heading towards that green range again, which I quite like. It's got a really interesting depth of color to it here. But once again, feathering spread, a little bit more muted, and then lots and lots of bleed through. And now on Rodeo. So here it is on the bottom of the Rodeo page. The green, beautiful and green. Not a whole lot of, sheen here, but some shading, which is nice. But what you do notice is a couple of spots of just a little bit of feather on this paper. You've got the water resistance here. You can make out a lot of the detail. It's spread a lot more on this paper though. And on the reverse, nothing has bled through except for where we put a lot of ink down, or the, there you go. Nothing has bled through except for where we did the water test and things like that, or put a lot of ink down. So it's not an ink for use on sort of bad paper or low quality paper, or even like standard paper. I think this is an ink that performs exceptionally well on high quality paper. When you see it on things like Tomoe River, you really see why this ink has been so popular. Okay, color comparison now. So there's the Taccia Sabimidori. I just wanted to contextualize the color. So we've got Baroque Jade from Octopus Fluids there. Much more vibrant green, jadey green. We've got a nice rich darker green here from Van Diemen's ink, which is the Flywheel exclusive of Type Cabinet green. We've got another Van Diemen's ink here. This is the Tassie Seasons Hailstorm, which I think has some colors in common, but nothing like the sheen or the multi sort of color aspect of this Sabimidori ink. And then we get Robert Oster Velvet Storm, which once again has things in common in terms of the base colors, a little bit of sheen as well, but Taccia Sabimidori, in my collection at least, is quite unique. So I hope you found this video about Taccia Sabimidori to be interesting and useful. I think it's an interesting ink. And as part of this Inky Minutes quick look at inks sort of series, showing it on different papers, you can see how it might perform for you in a standard sort of medium nib here. So thank you for watching. Like and subscribe, hit the notifications button, all that kind of stuff. If you've got products you think I should be looking at, or if there's a way you'd like to support the channel, I would love to hear from you. In the meantime, enjoy your inks, enjoy writing, and I'll talk to you soon.